Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Life is Better with Music with Gavin and Mitchell. Home stretch.
Finals week, baby.
Finals week.
Let's
Finally. It,
go.
it feels like just yesterday, though, we did episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
We're on episode 9. This is 9.
Yes, 9.
10 will be on Friday. 11 will be on Saturday. And 12, season 1's finale, will be next Wednesday. So just a week from today. And DCI Open class World Championship Finals is going on as we speak. So we may get scores for that by the end of this, but if not, we'll
Maybe.
cover that in prelims episode that comes out on Friday.
Predictions there.
Predictions for
Open class.
I want gold to win, but it will probably be Vanguard Cadets.
I feel the same way. I think gold because I read somewhere today that gold is like this is their highest placing or in theory their highest scores to date in the
Mm-hmm.
history of their core. So who knows? Maybe it
Hopefully,
ends up happening.
that'd be awesome for them. They're
Yeah.
doing really well this year, so.
Yeah, they're doing really well. They're holding their own.
So crazy week. We talked last week, everybody, that this week was gonna get a little crazier.
Yeah.
If you remember last week, we had made a little sheet with our predictions here.
Right.
Pardon my chicken scratch. Um, we kind of wrote Troopers out, but now Colts is what as of right now out of finals.
Let me pull that up real quick. Let me just double check. So
And
Colts
Troopers is
right
above them.
now would be out. We'd have so in 10th place we have Phantom Regiment with an 88.375, their most recent score. 11th we would have Crossman with an 86.15, and 12th would be Blue Knights but with an 84.95. However, Troopers is sitting in the 13th at 84.8, and Coulter at 14th at 84.525. So,
So now they've stuck their head back in because
so
like
we've
last
got,
week
yeah, we've got like
they
less
were
than half
what
a point separating 11 through 14.
was Troopers like
Troopers,
2 points down last week?
I
Like
maybe even
roughly,
three.
like
Yeah.
roughly around that 2, 3, maybe even like 1.5.
Well,
I don't. We can
it
look at it
wasn't
if
one
we
and a
need
half,
to
I know, but 2, 3, I think.
in that
However,
range.
they had that COVID issue with they had where they had about a good 40 members of their core gone,
Whew.
and they got them back for Allentown, and boy oh boy, um,
Did it help?
yeah, we saw a nearly 4 point increase. So, with that being
I,
said, Troopers, welcome back to the finals bubble. You're in. I want you in. I want you Saturday night. I want to see Saturday night
now
Troopers.
this is what makes me mad.
Hmm.
I don't want the same finalist group.
I don't either. I
I don't
want.
think
I want
I
the
love
drama.
Blue Knights, but I don't think they deserve it. I think Troopers or Colts need to be in finals.
I agree. I think
Like,
Crossman is separating itself. Cool.
I'm
Um,
not a big fan of Crossman's show either,
I'm
though.
not either. Although, like, I like the idea. I just don't like the execution.
I just think Troopers and Colts, though, like their show is
Much more interesting.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like in comparison to both of them,
That
like,
Troopers percussion section, mm,
whoo.
putting out heat. That's
Their,
definitely a top 12 percussion section.
I was about to say their percussion section has to be at least in the top 12.
If Troopers makes finals, it is because of their percussion section doing absolute work this year. And that's not to say that the rest of the core isn't. They are.
Uh huh.
Um, I actually found somewhere that there was a dude that basically was talking crap about Troopers and basically saying, yeah, they're so muddy and their brass is just not it and they're too loud. And let me read the exact thing that I sent you. Let me read the exact
I
picture.
know
Or
what you're
let me.
talking about.
So, this is their response to what they said. Hey George, let's put your money where your mouth is. Come on out to rehearsal now. I'll put you in, and you can clean the music to your heart's desire. It seems to me every comment you've made doesn't say you want to love the core. To me, at least, it seems like you take every opportunity you have to be negative about them. I also don't understand. I thought drum corps was supposed to be loud. I guess I missed the point in that part. Open invitation. Come to rehearsal. Help us make it better. Let's see what you got. Tim Snyder, program coordinator. Putting this dude on absolute blast. My God. I am here
that's
for it.
legendary.
Dude, that's like that's based.
That they just deserve to be in top 12 just for that
I
now.
don't care whatever happens. I got the best roast I've ever seen in drum corps this year, and I am so glad I saw that because holy crap.
And
I want
another
Troopers on
thing,
Saturday night. I want them.
I,
I
I
need
want
them.
Troopers as well. I also want Colts there, but we'll see. But the thing is, I said this before we started, and we'll get more into it when we look at the rankings.
Hmm.
Um, the season's been crazy,
Yeah, it's been
but it
wild.
seems like the bottom of the crazy and the top of the crazy, they're gonna just let it go back to how it used to be. It seems like the judges don't want it to be too crazy, and no one can tell me, no one can convince me. I love our judges. I love drum corps. Love
I
Bands of
love Judge
America
Missing.
judges.
I love Jay Missing. Jay Missing is a homie.
Um, but no one can convince me that there's never a slight bias in judging, and that people spin it the way they want it to be.
Hmm.
And the fact that Boston's been top the whole season, and now the last couple of shows they're dropping back down. It's like, seriously.
I
Like, I
agree.
know, certain certain shows have not been as good, but they do not drop as much as they are.
I don't think so either. I think that's quite criminal, honestly. I really think that they should be hard locked at second or first.
And
I think that they
same,
should be hard locked at second with a good 45% chance at first.
yeah,
I don't think they should
same
be any
with
lower than third, worst case scenario.
Colts, Crossman, and Blue Knights. Like Troopers, they're growing. I'm fine with them getting higher.
Oh, I have no
But the fact
problems.
that Colts dropped as much as they did the last week, and Blue Knights moving up and Crossman moving up, I that just doesn't sit well with me personally because
No.
I get people perform better. It's getting to the end of the season. Certain things are getting cleaned, but it's been looking this way for the last 3 weeks,
I've
and
heard
now
some
this
things from
week.
people that have actually seen like a couple of these shows in person, like late season, like Blue Knights. I heard someone say that there's June dirtiness in the brass
I mean,
in
this.
August, like
Well, yeah,
musically.
and that's the thing with like, I'm not hating on Blue Knights, but their show this year just does not fit the core. It does not. It is
No.
not a Blue Knights show that we're used to seeing, and that's their downfall this season. And if I was more excited about their show and more excited about how much they've grown or put effort into the show, I'd be like, sure, throw them back in the finals. But Troopers this year have been kicking butt, and Colts have as well, and their shows just work.
Yeah.
The show
I'm
theme, the show
I'm a
idea, the
little
show music,
Mhm.
everything fits together. Uniform, everything.
Yeah.
And in both of these shows, you get standstills all throughout the show,
Yeah.
and that's where
Like
it's like,
you get standing ovations at the end of the Troopers show when they play Ecstasy of Gold.
Troopers. Like, I would not have expected to throw Troopers into this mix this year.
No, I thought I saw them tops 14 and maybe next year, like pushing in for next year. But I'm shocked and I'm pleasantly surprised because now I've seen what they're doing. I want it. That percussion section,
Mm-hmm.
easily top 12.
And even with these
And that's not
cores,
to
like,
dock the brass or color guard. Like, they're still doing
mm-hmm.
fantastic. But if they get in, it's the strength of their percussion. You know,
Oh
you know
yeah,
who writes their percussion book? Paul Rennick.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but the thing with all these cores, like, no matter if they've grown and they've diminished, their audition pool is gonna be so much bigger in
Oh
every
yeah.
one of these organizations that have grown this season. are gonna have
Colts,
a lot of
Troopers.
income coming in. Boston, like a lot more people, I feel like, are gonna audition for Boston now that
Boston's a
the
fan favorite this year, I think.
oh. Well, at the start of the year, everyone's like, if Boston meddling, that's not gonna happen. And it's like, well, we've been top two like the whole season, so
Right.
like
There was a point,
recently
in
it's
Atlanta, you were like point 0.1 behind Devils, which looking back at it, I don't know if I agree point 0.1. I just I think that the Devils are gonna win this year. And that's
listen, you
not
cannot say that with the shirt you are wearing right now. Show them
okay.
your shirt. Show
I'm
them your
wearing a
shirt.
Boston shirt.
Yeah,
East Coast represent,
yeah.
but also just the way that the judges are looking at this point
Well,
in the season, I mean, I don't get me wrong, I like Boston's show. I do. Um
they
but
want
I
Devils to win. That's the Devils was off for 2 years, and after their win in 2019, that's it. What everyone wants to see is Devils come back with
go
another
Slay.
win, and it like they want either Vanguard or Devils to win. Well, Vanguard's not even close this year. They will not
Vanguard,
be winning.
I don't think Vanguard just
It's
doesn't have it in them. I think the show design is holding them back.
there's only
Um,
four potential winners.
I don't even want to say four.
Well, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen with these judge systems this
Just for kicks
weekend
and giggles, I'm gonna look and see the top four scores right now.
because
Okay, so fourth
Devils.
now is Blue Coats, with a 94.375, and Blue Devils is at 96.05 right now.
But we never know, dude. Like
We never
this
know.
this
Someone's gonna
weekend
make a
is the
stupid
weekend.
jump.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like I'm thinking it's like, if we had a pie chart of the percentage, Bluecoats with the lowest, Crown and Boston almost equal, and then Devils a little higher than both of them.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's how it's going to be, and I don't think anyone can change that
Like
because I
Vanguard's
just
not pushing in the
no.
top four in my opinion. I don't think
I
that's
don't
happening.
think they should. I think, in fact, I think they should be in sixth right now. I don't.
Below Cadets.
My only issue with Vanguard is I just don't like the brass sound this year, and I don't like the show design.
The show I don't think is a Vanguard show personally.
It's not.
A
And
lot of cores were trying to go a different route this year, and it did not work for them.
no, like,
Like, but then some cores it does work. Like Boston show, it's not really a different route. It's more back to the Goliath route because Zoom wasn't really like Goliath
Ka-chow.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Um, but it's back to that Goliath route, and I mean they had a successful season in 2019, and now look, they're
Yeah.
having another very successful season this year. Like,
And I gotta talk about the home team because this seems to me like an early 2010s cadet show. Like, you've got Angels and Demons, you got 1225, Toy Soldier,
mm-hmm.
those shows, promise. I think Rearview Mirror is just like those shows, and I think that they should be. My bold prediction. I want to hear three bold predictions for you for this week. I want to hear it. I have three of my own
What do you like? Just overall
in general. Yeah,
predictions?
like three bold predictions, three hot takes,
Oh, hot takes.
kind of. Yeah.
Um,
Think-
just over anything like
yeah.
placements stuff. Okay. Um, bold take. I think Troopers will push into finals
Mhm.
and kick Blue Knights out because they don't deserve it. Like I love Blue Knights, but this year is just not their year. Um, another bold take. Cadets taking Vanguard over, very possible.
I think
Or
that's definitely in the realm of possibility.
it's either gonna go Cadets the Vanguard or Blue Stars take Cadets over,
Yeah.
and I don't want to see that because that
I
puts Cadets lower.
don't. I don't want
But
to see that.
that's a hot take. It's a possibility. And then the
Oh my
last one
God.
is maybe judges are gonna throw Crown at first all of a sudden or Boston at first, but it's probably gonna be Devils, and that's my hot take is they want Devils to win. So that's how it's going to be. I'm not saying Devils does not have a good show. I'm not dogging Devils whatsoever. They are a great core. They
Hmm.
perform very well. But in comparison to Boston this year, and putting as much of my bias aside as I can,
Right.
and comparing it to Crown, these three shows, they are not as like the score gap is not as far as they are putting it.
No,
Like
it shouldn't
you
be.
look at the visual aspect, maybe it's better on one than the other, but then the percussion's better on one than the other. So these scores should be a lot closer than what they are saying it
I
is.
totally agree.
And I think we're gonna see that this weekend as we approach, because I think it's possible Boston will take one of the three nights.
I can see it.
I feel like Boston might take either prelims or semis, maybe even finals, but I don't think it's gonna push it that way. Um, but I think they'll take at least one of the nights,
Right.
and then Devils will take the other two.
I think my hot takes are um Troopers makes finals over Blue Knights. And I think I'm gonna say it. So I think Cadets takes over Vanguard. That's another hot take. Okay. I don't like Vanguard show design this year. I don't like how their brass sounds. Like I just I
Holy
want to point
name.
out Holy Name has beaten Vanguard brass in the past two shows, and I'm just saying our scores are catching up. We've just got to cut the gap in perk, and I think we're gonna cut the gap in perk a little bit. Um, and then my third, this is probably not gonna happen. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but we have a tie for 12th in semis.
Oh,
Yeah,
like troopers and Blue Knights tying?
yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I,
I don't think the judges want to deal with that.
I don't think they want to shove 13 cores in retreat at finals, so they're gonna do something. I don't know the
The,
rules in terms
the
of
scores are gonna
tiebreakers.
end up being the same, and they're just gonna be like, "Oh no, that's supposed to be a 2." Like, and then
It's
it's
gonna
like,
be a 2.
"Yeah, it's supposed to be a 2," and then it's
A
like,
9? A 9? No, that's supposed to be a 2. I don't know what you mean. You can clearly see the 2 from a 9.
yeah, like it's gonna be something silly like that to where
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it,
I don't
but
know
I think
DCI's procedure on ties because I have witnessed multiple ties over my marching career. A tie for first, a tie for 12th, and anything in between. Um, uh, but I don't know if it's now it. I don't know if they're gonna just let 13 cores in, or they'll just give it to like whoever has the highest GE, or
honestly it'll probably be GE.
it would probably be GE.
I think that's kind of the
And
universal
which
decision now.
I kind of want to. I'm gonna look and see the scores from last night real quick, and I want to see where Troopers is in relation to Blue Knights last night in terms of GE. Let's see, GE. So, oh, um, uh, you'll never believe this, but they were tied at GE last night.
That's bull. Troopers has so much more
I
general
know,
effect to their
I
show
know, I know, I know, I
than
know. But
that's
still,
this
but
judging panel, man.
I don't like it. I don't feel that's right. But you know what? That's what the judges saw, and if they tie in GE, God, who knows?
I need to give me these score sheets. I need to see their comments they write on these score
Dude,
sheets.
I want judge tapes. I've been a long-standing proponent of give me judge tapes, make judge tapes public.
Yeah,
Just
so
because
we
I
can
want to see,
hear.
or at least like relatively with like a couple like someone that's willing to do the Lord's work and maybe kind of sort of leak them. Whoever wants to do
somebody
the
somebody leaked the finals judge tapes.
Bro, I'm here for it. Someone does it. Someone's got to have a drive out there somewhere.
My thing is I don't understand why they don't release them. Probably to protect the judges and to
Yeah.
protect what they say about the show, which I think
Yeah.
is silly. Like if you're gonna judge a show
You got to be ready
and
for
score it,
backlash.
yeah, you should be ready for public backlash from any core.
Right, but
Like
at the same
it
time, I
happens
get it.
regardless of what you said. Like,
Right. You see
and
you still see the ordinal numbers,
yeah,
and then
and
people
I
say,
think
"Dude, you're a bunch of crap."
if people hear the judge tape, but then they'll actually hear what the judge is talking about.
Hmm.
Like, oh, the horn line here is like too abrasive or too quiet, like, just a
Too
silly
quiet.
example.
Too
But
quiet.
maybe they'll actually be able to hear it. Yeah,
Right.
sorry, troopers.
I swear that's comedy gold right there.
I can't believe that guy really ran off on that tangent and got roasted
Oh,
for
he
that.
got absolutely destroyed. I can't
That
believe the homie just got
I
absolutely
wonder if he
destroyed.
did. I wonder if he went.
Dude, I hope he does. I hope he
Oh,
does because if he has an idea of how to get troopers in the finals, I
yeah,
am all ears.
maybe that's why they bumped up 2 points.
I've I've got no complaints. If you get troopers in the finals, you are my best friend.
So I have a fourth hot take.
Oh God.
I don't think they're gonna have retreat.
No, 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 no. They've already said they're having retreat.
Well, we never even know anymore, man.
They better have retreat. I
They've
swear to
locked
God.
everything down, and then they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, we don't want to do a retreat." It's the last day. We should have done a retreat last year, even
Oh
though
yeah.
scores were not announced.
I don't
Like,
care. I'm
it's
just
the
gonna
last
say
day of tour,
if
and
I don't get the Cavaliers in their green machines at finals retreat, this is not drum corps finals.
well, this is the thing. This is what I didn't like last year. Again, we didn't have scores, so that we didn't have a retreat for it. But I think
Right.
we still should have had a gathering in the stadium.
Oh yeah.
And I know it's their 50th celebration, so
Well,
they probably will have retreat. But this is going to be their argument if they don't. Oh, COVID. Regardless of these COVID outbreaks, guess what? In 45 minutes, when these students and teachers and corps members walk out of this stadium off of that field, they are going home. So
yeah.
why not have retreat? They can get COVID
They're
and go
not
home.
liable. They're not
Yeah,
DCI is
exactly.
not liable at
That's
that
literally
point.
what the DCI rule has been. It's like, oh, as soon as you walk off that field, you turn your uniform and horn in, you're on your own. Like,
Yeah.
you're to the airport, you're to a hotel, like, you figure it out. That it's like,
We'll take you to
unless,
the
like,
airport. We'll drop you off at
yeah,
the airport, but
like, sometimes they'll take you to the hotel for another night, depending on the corps or like that. But like, most 90% of the corps members dissipate off. Like, they
yeah.
just disappear.
Yeah.
Like last season, I went home, not home. Well, I mean, I did go home, but I went to the hotel at like 12 in the morning, showered. I had to leave for the airport at 3, so I didn't sleep. I slept on my flights home. It's like that's what happens. You
I
just,
just went straight home from the lot.
well, yeah, because you live like 20 minutes away.
Dirty. Close enough though.
Without
Um,
traffic at 12 in the morning, probably 20.
yeah, probably. Give or take, yeah. 2025, yeah. I mean, heck, you can literally go buy the horn and have it picked up in the lot. You could buy horns for your ensemble and just go pick them up in the lot after finals. Like that's literally how it
I
is.
just
Like,
think my gut's telling me they're gonna do something because like they've locked all the rehearsals down, and that's obviously okay. Like, we don't want the corps members getting sick. We don't want points
no,
dropping because they have to pull out of a competition. But
no,
if they
heaven
were to
forbid any
take,
chorus pull out of the 3 day
yeah,
weekend.
we've been out of retreat for 2 years now.
Yeah,
It is the 50th celebration.
come on,
It needs to happen, and I
it
know
needs to
they've said
happen.
it, but somebody's gonna try and get it to change, and I think that is the most silly thing ever.
I do
Like,
too.
no, you're not gonna have a competitive season and not have them have a retreat.
No, that's
Sorry,
dumb.
like I will want my money back for finals. Like,
Give me like 800, 900 bucks back off my tuition.
like, like you, like last season again, we didn't have scores. It was understandable. I still think we should have had a whole core get together because we survived COVID. First season back, not like the competitive season, but it was DCI celebration. Like, it was a special thing that honestly probably won't ever happen again. Knock on wood. Um, but I just don't get like last year they had like the age outs go out, and it was to give
Right.
them their like age out stuff, obviously. But I just think we could have all went out last year, but I just don't want them to take it away this year. I think it would be very unfair to the age outs, to the audience, to the cores, if it was to get taken out.
Right.
That's just
I
a.
totally agree.
But besides for that, let's actually get into
Let's get into some.
this.
Do we have any? Ah, there we go.
Yeah, we do. Don't you worry. We have it. Just gotta. Here we go. So first score because we covered like the solemn Seaverville,
Yeah.
Cyberville. Yeah, because we got those scores all before the last episode
Mm-hmm.
ended.
Right.
So first we got Apple Valley DCI. Open class. We got Guardians on
Guardians.
top, and Battalion and River City being pretty close there, and then Colt Cadets and Los Stentors pretty close there as well. But
Mm-hmm.
Battalion and River City very close. Point
Yeah.
0.05.
Not
Um,
0.5, 0.05.
and then all H class down there. Um, then we had Ohio Centerville. We love
Hmm.
Ohio.
We do.
All the
That
people
was
who
a
don't
fun
like it.
show. That was a fun show last year.
Centerville.
Yeah.
Blue Stars above the Cavies. A little more than a
That's
point.
been a theme. That's been a theme the entire year.
Mandarins close behind Cabbies. Madison Scouts jump a bit down, and then Music City as well. And then Spartans in open class. Yeah, Blue Star, like, that's not another thing I didn't really expect is Blue Stars to be on top of Cabbies.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the beginning of the season at the tour premiere, I was like, I don't
I did
know
not like,
about.
I didn't like Blue Star show. I was like, eh.
I don't know if they're gonna. I think they're gonna be on the bubble. I'm gonna be honest. I think they're gonna be down in like 10th, 11th this year, but apparently
Guess
not.
not. And then Cincinnati Tradition.
CT.
CTCT. And then another thing I thought was um, not like 100, like not silly, but I just don't like how it's done. DCI Allentown Night 1.
Yeah,
um,
I think it's dumb.
Devils above Boston by 2.
Point and a
Coats,
half.
yeah, point and a half, but Coats closely behind Crusaders there.
I don't
And
know how
then
I feel about that.
yeah, I don't like that. Mandy's and Phantom pretty close together right there.
Yeah.
Colts and Blue Knights pretty close right there. And then Academy and Music City, 0.45 away from each other. So, um, Music City seems to be having some rough performances.
Well, actually, this is their highest score that they've gotten in the history of their core this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So,
just I've heard like they've had a lot of like issues,
oh, really? I haven't heard that.
like technical. We
Oh,
saw that. Like we saw
okay. Well,
that in
yeah, but that
Mason.
was the school. That was DCI's fault. That wasn't Music City's.
Oh, maybe it was uh, DCI's fault more times. um, that's just what I've heard.
That's what
Word
I've
of
heard.
mouth.
Yeah, I've heard
Um,
from heard from a couple of their members. That specific night, I asked them what the heck happened, and they told me that. I'm like, cool.
Cedar Rapids open class. Uh, Vanguard Cadets and goal just .1 apart. So that's
Yeah.
close. Like that's just a couple ticks right there. Um, Guardians, a little underneath that, and then the Battalion and River City, pretty close in score there, and then Lost Centaurs and Colt Cadets still pretty close between that. And you would place BDB
In that
right,
gap, yeah.
yeah,
BDB
right
and
in there.
Spartans, yeah.
Um,
Portage.
Portage.
All right.
Um, Open class scores, Spartans, and then Southwind underneath that. Legends and Southwind pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana Stars slightly below that, and then 7th Regiment and Raiders. I need to find out if they're marching Raiders.
Well, I know one of the 7th Regiment staff members because I marched with him last summer at cadets. He and I actually we're gonna try to figure out time to meet up this week. Downtown. He's a homie. I love him. He's great.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good at drum playing too.
Are they having a good season?
From what I've heard, yes. I don't remember how they did it in 19 in terms of open class placements, but I know 7th Regiment's always a strong open class corps. A pretty
Good for
decent
them.
feeder corps for the East Coast corps like Boston cadets. Um,
Heck yeah.
no, a lot of people that marched 7th and then came to cadets.
You know, Mitchell, you look so much better with a Boston Crusader shirt on.
It's finals week. I'll wear all my
Yeah,
Concord shirts.
that's a
Hey, be happy I'm not wearing my BD shirt.
we're gonna that's it for today, guy.
Well, we're about to go throw hands, so
Yeah, well, I'll be going to Indy tomorrow, so
we're about to throw hands. We're about to throw hands tomorrow just because I'm gonna wear a BD shirt. I need it actually. I do need a new BD shirt.
no, you don't.
I gotta support my homie Alex.
Avon Lake, Ohio.
Avon Lake, Ohio.
Spartans on top of this performance. Southwind and Legends underneath that. They're pretty close in score.
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana Stars, the gap is kind of opened up. And then 7th Regiment underneath them, and then Raiders. And then all age class, we have Tradition on top. Hollow Regiment underneath them by about 2 points roughly. And then Columbus Saints underneath that. I always love all the shows that build up into Indy being like Pennsylvania and Ohio shows.
Yeah.
Because I can go to all of them.
My one complaint is that they do Muncie early season instead of like late season. You would think.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just that get people.
Well, it's also Music for All camp too that week, so that's why they do the show.
Yeah, I was about to say that's why.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Allentown Night 2.
Night Dose.
Crown on top of this group, and then Vanguard underneath them by roughly 2 points. Cadets, 2 points.
3rd and 4th is where I have the massive issue.
Oh yeah, and then Blue Stars right behind you.
Because
Cabbies right underneath them. I don't agree with 3rd, 4th, or 5th.
I agree with the gap between Blue Stars and Cabbies.
I don't think Stars shows is better than Cabbie's show. Personally.
I don't like either show particularly that much, but
I'm not a big fan of either show either. But just from my first impression, just from my first impression of Blue Star shows,
this year wasn't it for me.
It hasn't been it for me, so maybe that's some bias thrown in there. But I just can't ever see Stars on top of Cabby.
So what you're saying is you're telling me you have a problem with Kevin Ford's drill?
No. Listen, I marched that drill for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Did I like it? Yes, I did. I do like Mr. Ford's drill. But
good.
What, did it break my knees sometimes? Heck yeah, it did.
I believe it. All the rotations.
Crossman underneath that. Troopers. Right.
That's where we saw the 4-point score gap. 4-point score jump. And that's where that night is where we said, okay, well, hold on.
They're back.
Let's rethink our life choices right now.
Yeah, that's the night Troopers got back into the finals bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And then Scouts underneath that, Crest, Genesis, Jersey Surf. And we said Genesis and Jersey Surf are the ones that might be out of semis?
Yes.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
Especially for Jerf.
Yeah.
And then we had all age Buccaneers. Tom Brady.
my problem with the Blue Stars Cadets gap was solely because how we threw down at Allentown this year, and we absolutely brought the house down with and the circles that I'm in from the people that I talk to who are pretty knowledgeable in this activity, they thought it was at least a point
Yeah, not
because
not point four.
no, I really think that cadets has just a more, like what's the word? Like a show concept that'll pull you in more, and it's not
Yeah.
just
Well, I agree with that because I mean, cadets show like their theme is very. They do a lot of things with the theme,
hmm
but then in contrast to Blue Stars, like when I first saw their logo, I was like, "Ooh, this looks cool."
yeah,
But then when I first saw it, and while I've been seeing it being performed, it's just my, "Ooh, that's cool," has turned into, "Oh, I'm not really fond of this show." Besides for the
yeah,
drill,
yeah.
like that's
I
where
just
the
I
point
don't
is.
I don't see what the judges see in that show. Like I don't see all the appeal. It's not for me. I don't know. And here, this is where things get interesting in open
For oh,
class.
golden cadets.
Tying. Man, two first
First and
places. I
first.
know. That was man.
And they still did Blue Devils be dirty with the third. They still did them dirty with the third.
So is the days of SCVC and BDB being clear 1 and 2 ahead of everyone in open class? Are those done?
Well, this year everyone's just kind of on steroids, so
Right.
I think next year will be like the year that we can tell more things because this year's just been insane
Yeah,
for
that's fair.
everything. Like open class, world class, like bottom of finals, like Spirits fielding core next year. So we'll see
They
where
just put
they.
out their information about like they just put out like, hey, we're gonna send out audition information. Sign up here.
Uh huh. And I
I might.
still don't appreciate everyone giving them hate.
No, I don't either. They need
Like
to
I
stop
get
that.
it, yeah, I get it, but the organization's trying to change, and as long as they've done the things that they said they have done, good. They made
Yeah.
changes, but uh, well, like look at Guardians underneath Blue Devils B. Like that's like a decently
1.2, yeah, that's
like
a
that's a
point
decent
and a
score
quarter.
gap.
That's
Like
not
that's
bad.
pretty close. They're creeping up there.
hmm
And Battalion underneath that and River City Rhythm, they're pretty close together as well. And then Colt Cadets and Los Stentors are close still. They've still been in that,
Just out
like,
of curiosity, I want to see real quick who is all in top 12 for open class. Let's see. As of last night's results. So we see Colt Cadets and Raiders being the 13 and 14 out. And Vanguard Cadets, Gold, BDB, Spartans, Guardians, Southwind, Legends, Battalion, River City Rhythm, Louisiana Stars, 7th Regiment, and Les Stentors are all in. So, hmm, interesting.
could you imagine like a world where like say for example the world class names like not cadets, Boston Crusaders was the open class names and then the open class was the world class? Like that it was always that way. Like not that it flipped somehow, but it was like, oh yeah, like first place this year is gonna be the Lost Centaurs, and it's like world
Cool.
class. It's like, and then in last place in open class is the cadets.
We used to have a feeder, C2, Cadets 2 was
What
what it's
happened
called.
to it?
I think they stopped doing it after 18. I think funding played a role in that
Mm,
because we were in a pretty bad spot, 18, 19 funding wise.
I wonder why.
Wow, crazy, brilliant.
Pittsburgh
Yep,
cadets on top of this show, and then
win one
Mandarins
show this
underneath
year.
them.
We take it.
Hey,
We take it.
cadets.
I'm fine with
Mandy's
it.
underneath that. Blue Knights 4 point score gap.
And then speak of the devil, who's making
Troopers.
ground? Who is making ground this week?
Heat
None other
wave.
than the Troopers. Yes, so true. Especially when they're
Love heat
not even in
wave.
open class for prelims. So true. Um, Troopers is coming back and telling everyone, I'm not done yet.
And that's
You
under
all
a
are,
point now.
yeah, point nine
Very
five, yeah.
right underneath a point.
Yeah.
And then I mean Troopers, man. As
Don't
soon as
call
they
it a
got their
comeback.
core back, as soon as everyone said I'm not sick anymore. Do you know the COVID regulations now? Because like, do you know out of curiosity? Because I do because of the band I work with.
What do you mean?
So like the day rule now, how many days?
I think
So
it's like 3.
it's five.
I
It's
thought
supposed
it
to be
was.
five.
I think it's
Because
5 without. I think it's 5 with symptoms and 3 without.
it's yeah, I think it's more like that. But like if you test positive for COVID, I think it's 5 days defaultly. But then on your fifth day, if you were to test positive again, you can still go back.
Right. You
Because
just
that's
wear a
how
mask because
yeah, because
you
that's
might
how it
because
was
it's
at
gonna show up
my
in your body for like a good couple
oh
weeks.
yeah, because for Looking Heights, the band I work with, um, as the visual guy, like we
Mm-hmm.
were losing a lot of students this last week
Oh really?
because of COVID.
Oh no, someone got the Rona.
A bunch of them did. We
Ah.
had one mellophone like the whole week.
Oh God. I guess it was just honestly, it's a private lesson.
Seriously, we told her,
That
hey,
sounds like a lot of
you have a
fun.
solo the whole week.
Hey, there you go.
But yeah, like they were saying it's like 5 days or something.
I
So I
see.
wonder if like the drum corps are abiding by the 5 day or 3 day or whatever it is, or if they do it by like whatever state they're in, or like
I don't know.
they go by national rules.
I th
I honestly, I could.
I think each core has their own procedures. And then this was last night. Um,
How do you feel, Mitchell? Tell us. What about a point? Is that a point 1.3?
yeah, both
Roughly
cores didn't have their best showing. Um, but can we take a look at the recap?
on your
Like the
phone.
full? Oh, that's right. It's not the link.
This,
Okay.
this is just a
So,
screenshot.
scores. For Cincinnati.
DCI Cincinnati.
And also, I want to take a look at Allentown real quickly. Um, night 2. So, I just want to specifically talk about the brass caption.
Yeah, that's.
Um,
Go ahead and brag.
so we're beating Vanguard and brass. We're still behind Crown, of course, but you know what? Okay, fine. Um, we're behind. We beat them in brass at Allentown night 2, and then I wonder what.
Cincinnati.
I wonder if it's possible. It could not. No, that was a fluke, right? There's got to be a fluke. I don't know. Let's look at the brass.
Vanguard's brass line this year is not
And
as good
we
as it used to be.
beat them again.
I think their brass line this year is not as good as they used to be.
I don't think so either. And I think it's a little bit of that, but I also want to say that Cadets brass is on the up and up.
Now,
So
the next thing I want to bring to attention is I think we've already talked about it, but Blue Knights and Troopers 1.15.
again, wow, what's happening?
0.15.
I'm all here for it. I need it. I need the
And
chaos. Give me the chaos.
CT.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Cincinnati tradition just because now I have pals that march in there.
That's awesome.
Oh, and then
Akron. Oh no.
no scores.
Oh,
And
no scores for Edinburgh either.
as you guys probably remember, I was supposed to go to DCI Akron because
I was supposed to go to Hamilton,
it's a
but
little hike up
or
the road.
Cincinnati.
But on Sunday night, I told my fiance, I'm like, I'm looking at the weather. It's possible it's gonna be raining on the way home and at the end of the night, and I don't really want to drive in that.
Yeah.
And it, with knowing Ohio weather, it changes every hour. Every 10 minutes it changes, actually.
Yeah.
And we decided not to go, and look what happened.
Wow.
So,
Crazy,
kind of happy I didn't
dude.
go to
Hey,
Akron.
hey, hey, it's the Keytar. I am so excited to see that in person again.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Give me the Keytar. That's all I want in life.
And then another show from last night.
Open class prelims. All
Open
top
class
four are within
prelims.
2 points of each other.
Yeah, Spartans is up in this, like, top medalist part too. I don't know if we'll see Spartans push BDB out of a medalist spot. But if they did, though, that would be pretty cool.
That'd be crazy.
Because
If
I
not,
mean,
we'll see a
look,
California
like,
sweep
that's
for
still
medals.
pretty good. Like, that's close. So it
Yeah,
could.
who knows?
Who knows?
I
And
don't
then
know.
from there on out, it kind of just drops, not by large amounts, but like gets a little lower, obviously. But
Yeah.
then I want Legends and Battalion are pretty close right there. Even
hmm
with Southwind, like that's still a pretty close score.
Yeah.
And then it goes down to
River
uh,
City Rhythm. Yeah.
River City, and then Louisiana Stars, Seventh Regiment, Los Stentors, and Raiders and Colt Cadets are out.
Unfortunately.
International class.
Calgary Stampede. They have they always do drumline battle. Which speaking of, drumline battle is in 4 days.
4 days.
Four days
What
for
is that?
drumline battle.
Is that Saturday morning or
That
Friday
is
morning?
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Yes, drumline battle is so much fun. I love going to see drumline battle. Like
It's
that's
gonna be
one of
my
my
first
favorite
time
things.
seeing drumline
That's one of
battle.
my favorite things to do at DCI finals. Like drumline battle is it.
The
Current
rankings.
standings.
We've already talked about it roughly. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it because it has Devils, Crown, Boston,
And then code's right behind y'all.
and then Coats, Vanguard, Cadets, Blue Stars, Cavies, Mandy's, Phantom, and then if you see Colts there with that 84,
But they're not really in.
yeah, and then Blue Knights 84, but then Crossman 86. But see, like with the average scores, they have Crossman all the way down, like because average their scores have not been better recently than like Colts and
Right.
like all that. And again, like the Troopers, Blue Knights, and Colts are all right there. So it's like any of those three will be in finals. I don't know if Crossman will drop out now. I think they're kind of safe. Knock on
I
wood, I
wouldn't say
guess.
completely safe yet,
Like
but
they're pretty close to that safe range. Like if they were
I
3
think
points
they're pretty
up, they'd probably
close.
be safe. But it's still possible that they drop to 12th and Troopers jumps up to 11th or
I'm
something.
here for it. I need
Just
that. I want
saying.
that in my life. I want
Knock
that.
on
Give me
wood.
troopers. Give me troopers in finals, GCI. Make it happen, please, God.
Um, but besides for that, everyone else on this right here
Pretty
will
much
make,
accounted for.
yeah, will be in at least semis, except maybe Jennison's and Jersey Surf, right? Is that what
Yeah.
we're talking about?
Yep.
Um,
Also, rumor has it that Pacific Crest might have one more nostalgic prop to put in their show.
Heck yeah, the Void. This is tonight. This is the
Ah,
show
it
tonight.
is. That
World
do be
Championship
tonight.
Finals. We honestly may be able to get to it because what scores come out in like 15 minutes,
Yeah, something like
roughly.
that.
We should have them within the next 15.
Yeah.
Um, so
Let's
we
get into
have
some shows, yeah.
just a couple clips. I mean, but this is what I do want to talk about though. You know, Devils is now top two. We're not top two. We're still medalist spot, Boston, but I don't agree with that.
No, I don't either.
I don't think Crown Show is speaking to the actual talents of their members,
No.
and Boston is. Devils is. So I don't get how they're shifting it again. And I swear, dude, if we go throughout this weekend and they somehow throw Blue Coats above Boston too, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because there is no way in these last two or in this last week, no, last like 2, 3 shows.
There's no shot.
There's no shot with how Boston's been top two, top three at least this whole season.
I would call
Basically,
this a travesty of judging if that were to happen. I'm just not
the
sold on.
bias of judging.
I'm not sold on Blue Coats this year. And not to say that they aren't performing well. I'm just not sold on them. Um, but let's
I
look at
think
some
we
shows.
have. I think we have 4 open class shows to take a look
Oh,
at.
let's go.
Vanguard, Cadets, Spartans, River City, and Southwind. Then we got our some of our fan favorite shows of this year. But let's get into Vanguard Cadets.
I just bent leg, I swear.
I know the bent leg, but okay, Mitchell,
They do
take
it
your
well.
face, take your face away from the screen and just look at the uniforms.
I don't know.
You you can't tell me that from afar they don't look like General Kenobi outfits.
Oh my God.
See what I
Hello
like
there.
the farther you get, it's like hello there.
No.
It's just
God.
a bunch. It's like a Star Wars show.
I don't know. I mean, I see why they're top of open class right now.
Yeah, they're. I mean, their brass sounds
The
awesome.
brass and percussion is pretty solid too.
So I mean, I'm not complaining if they win. It would just be cool to see Gold win.
Yeah, I want to see Gold win
Right? Yeah.
personally.
And it's funny because this year we're seeing a lot of record-breaking scores for these organizations. Like a lot of
Yeah,
them. I don't know if judges are just being more generous this year, or if they're actually performing better than they have, and I believe they have been,
I
but
think so too. I think it's more the second option.
we never know. But like, I think all these like Boston's broken records, Gold's broken records,
Blue Stars has
like
broken records
yeah,
for beating the Cavies.
like everyone's like beating people they haven't beaten in years. Like it's a lot of crazy things happening this year. So, but I'm all for it. Chaos. Spartans. I don't know why this video is so dark. It's like the field lights are off. I really like the shade of purple they have.
I do too.
Mellows.
Centerville.
I was about to say, that stadium looks familiar.
Very.
Yeah, hold on. I have a picture of the field, maybe. Because that was our housing site last year.
Man.
Hold on.
Oh my
So-
God.
It's a tangent, but I have it.
Now
I
they're all
remember
sitting in a hotel
was-
room. They're not
that
sleeping
was-
on gym floors this week.
And I will be sleeping in a Red Roof Inn too. Just like we did last season. Living
Oh,
the drum
God.
corps. I lived the drum corps dream this year, just the last weekend of it. I got tan this last 2 weeks being like at 2 band camps.
Right.
I got darker. Like
I did too.
Like my fiance's like, you look like how you did when you came back from drum corps. I'm like, no, I don't. I was a lot darker. but you haven't seen me tan in like 11 months.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the Centerville? That was the hottest day in drum corps that last season for us. Centerville was the hottest rehearsal day.
Ours was Akron Canton.
Yeah, look, the that's the gym we slept on,
Oh, there you go.
the Elks gym. Um,
The Centerville Jazz Band.
Ew, hey, look, that's weird. It's like we
Whoa.
were just looking at that field,
Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe.
like, just like moments. Stop putting the green screen on the field. It's because the field's green. That's why.
Ah,
Yes, but that's the Centerville field.
there you go.
Hottest day.
That was
Hottest day last
not
season.
our hottest day. That was Akron Canton. That was the most unpain.
Uh,
That was the most
oh,
painful.
like everyone, like, because again, I live in Ohio. Everyone was crapping on me from being. Everyone that was from Ohio in the core last season just got completely yelled at. Like, Ohio sucks.
Oh yeah,
Like, screw Ohio. And it's like, listen, throughout the whole year, it's beautiful here, but we just happen to show up during Hell Week.
right,
Sorry, like, that's the only problem is that it's Hell Week. And we just
right.
coincidentally happen to stumble upon it
The
this
stars
year.
have aligned.
Because when we were in Akron, like, because we were at that housing site for like 3 days, I think.
Yeah, like right after
Three,
Allentown. Yeah,
3 or 2 days, because we were at
2 days.
Allentown
Yeah,
for a day, and then we went, I think, to whatever high school we were at. It was a very nice high school we were at in Akron. Very nice. Like, that was probably the fanciest facility we were at. Like, it was like a 2-story, fully inside school.
oh
And it was like
my.
the showers, like there was like 8 different shower halls. It was like, yeah.
Imagine.
Um, though the school
Ours
we were at,
was okay.
the the school we were at for Allentown, we had to walk around the whole entire building to go to the showers.
Oh my.
And but the showers were like huge. Like there was so many of them.
Right.
The worst shower facility was when we stopped at this random high school in Boston. Like
Oh,
Boston, East Coast area, wherever. I don't even remember where it was. I was sleeping when we got there.
right.
Because we were going to get our core necklaces and do that ceremony, and it was like a ghetto area, and it was like 8 shower heads.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we were at the stop for like 45 minutes to like an hour. It felt like just so everyone can get a shower. But that's besides the point. That's a tangent. Yeah, Ohio was hot last year.
Ohio was
Um,
agonizing last year.
and when we were in Akron, the only problem with that field was that there was no shade anywhere.
Yep.
So when we conditioned in the morning, this says, "Follow me," and we ran down this like biking trail for like a
Oh,
mile. It felt like in this
ew.
burning hot morning sun,
Ew.
just to find a cool shade spot to stretch, and then ran back. And I absolutely hated it because they wanted to do it the next day, and we were like,
No.
"No,
No, you're not doing that.
no,
We're not doing that again.
stop! Like we're not doing this."
We're not playing this game. This game is not. This is not it.
That
This is not
that
it, Chief.
like very nice school. Love that school. Probably my favorite one from last season.
Hmm.
Though we were only at a couple because we were at that one school like in Portsmouth for like
Yeah.
a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to this. River City.
Don't tell me that's a. Oh no. Oh no. Oh
This is something I wanted to talk to you about, Mitchell.
no. No.
Woodlands and Drum Corps.
No, stop. Go away. No.
It was an electric soprano sax.
It wasn't electric. It was a straight up soprano.
It was?
Yes.
No, that looks electric.
No.
Look.
There's just some casing on it. There's gotta be. No. There's no way.
I think that's an electric soprano sax.
I
Because
don't
they don't
care.
just have live instruments like that.
I don't care.
They're
It's a
all
woodwind.
electric.
I don't
So
care.
It
It's a
sounds
woodwind.
louder.
It's a woodwind. You mic the woodwind. That's how it sounds louder. No, this is drum corps, not woodwind corps.
Listen, I think if they were to ever add woodwinds, it's only for solo purposes like that.
Fine.
That's it. Never add them. I don't care who said. Like, guess what? You won't hear them anyway. You won't. So that's why
Unless
soloists...
you mic them, and then that's a whole other issue. I have problems with miking people.
But like,
Unless
if
you're
it's a soloist, yeah, if it's a soloist,
Mic 'em.
electric soprano sax, soprano whatever, or like electric whatever, mic'd, fine.
That's still
Whatever.
a saxophone. That's just criminal.
At least it wasn't like a alto. Heck yeah.
I don't like the uniforms.
They seem very cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap and bland.
Yep.
Was that from... Those were from yesterday, right?
Yes.
So now we got Crown, Mandy's, Cadets, Troopers, Boston, and Devils. We won't watch Devils.
No. I want to watch Devils. I want to watch Devils. I like their show this year. I like Tempest Blue. Tempest Blue is fun.
No.
Yes.
Carolina Crown.
Right here, right now. Oh, I can feel it. I very much so can feel it.
There's some people doing some show choir style movements up front right now. What's up with every corps using like vocals this year?
I hate. Okay, I don't hate. Hate's a strong word. I strongly
like every single
dislike.
corps.
I strongly dislike the amount of narration in this show.
Well, that's almost like you guys have some.
Okay,
Crown
but we
has
don't
some.
have nearly as
Mandy's
much.
has some.
Right here. Like
Blue
Pioneer,
Coats.
oh Pioneer.
Like
You don't remember what show that is, do you?
but
Pioneer, oh Pioneer. Oh God.
like so many.
Yeah.
And I think it's like with the white uniforms, it's a little too overwhelming.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, I like this vocalist though. I will say I like this guy.
Oh.
Please
Yeah.
take me.
I like their uniforms a lot more now.
I do too, yeah. They added his stuff on his uniform.
Oh yeah.
Actually, the show's grown on me. I like the show a lot more than I did at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, is it time? Oh.
You didn't want to watch Devils?
Oh, I do. I thought we were gonna watch Troopers. I don't like their whole dance thing though, like that they're doing in the show, like the dance break.
Uh-huh. drill move's really cool. I'll give him that.
Yeah, that's like a ghost-like kind of drill move right there.
Oh, that's a very cool drill move.
Mm-hmm.
Get to your cadets. Sit down.
And this is from the side, so like just saying it to like not flow or like not like super high quality film, but that's still amazing.
Get there, man.
You gotta go. Standing ovation.
Bringing it at Allentown, baby. Bringing the heat.
Oh yeah, cadets. And then Boston. I love this. Oh yeah.
The show has grown on me over the year, over the summer.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's my favorite show this year, but it's definitely top 5.
Top 5.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
You're acting like a judge now. Troopers.
Yeah. This needs to be in finals. I don't care.
I don't know how
care
this
if Blue Knights
isn't
has
a
a better
final show.
I don't care if Blue Knights has a better show, better run in semis. I don't care. The show is in finals. I don't
Like,
care who I
honestly-
have to pay. I don't care who I have to pay to do it. I would get them in finals.
Like, honestly, that show, like, that's a show that would make me want to march that core.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like-
I don't care who I have to pay. I will write a blank check to whoever needs to make sure that this happens. I will go that far. That
Like,
I
if-
must
if
see
those-
Troopers in finals.
If those 2 trumpet spots from Crossman were for Troopers, I totally would have considered
Oh,
it.
I would have definitely even more than Crossman.
Like,
Because I considered that. I really did. I sat there and it was like, I need to look at this.
maybe.
I need to look at this. Maybe. But,
you know.
it's fine.
I think Troopers.
I think they need to be in. I think they need to be in.
to be in finals.
If they didn't have the COVID issue, they would be certainly in. But they need to be in.
They should
I
still
don't
be
care.
in.
I don't care. They need to be in. Who do we have in 11th and 12th list for our predictions?
We had. I'll just put it away. We had Crossman 12th and Colts 11th. Now I have Crossman 11th and Troopers 12th.
Same.
And then I think Blue Knights, or no, I think Colts and then no, Blue Knights and Colts, sadly.
I think so too. I think so. While we're at it, I'm gonna check and see if we have any open class scores.
I already checked.
Oh, you did? You beat me to it.
I just checked.
Man.
I don't know how they're not out just yet though.
Well, finals. Well, keep in mind they're doing a retreat.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take years to do it.
Yeah. It's basically a world class. It's basically like the epitome. It's like the equal of world class finals. They do a retreat.
But not in Lucas Oil Stadium.
No, you can't have that. No.
Well, we'll
Just quite
check
simply make
again.
world class. Quite simply make world class finals. True. Am I wrong?
I think we need to like start treating drum corps like the NFL and draft drum corps members. The first round pick, Mitchell Urban
Nope. I would never. Nope.
for Heatwave.
Yeah, we're going Heat Wave.
No hate Heatwave
No, we love Heat Wave.
because they're out of Tampa Bay, right? I think they're out of Tampa Bay.
I can look. Let's see. Cores. Let's see. Open class. Heat Wave. Yep, they are out of Tampa Bay.
I could have marched Heatwave because I
Could've
know
marched
my
Heatwave.
buddy. I know my buddy Steven, who marches in Boston right now, is a trumpet player. He marched in Heatwave before he marched Boston. But he was
Really?
also like, yeah, he was very
Good for
young.
him.
Like very young. He's a year younger than me, if that says anything.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
man.
So crazy week. Think lots of things have changed.
We're not done yet. We still got
Troop-
a whole other 4 days of craziness.
Troopers went from 14th on our list to 12th. Because they're in that
Justifiably
finals
so.
bubble now.
They
But
need
the
to
thing
be
is,
in.
the reason why I'm putting them up there is because consistently through this season, regardless of a COVID break, calling off a performance, starting later than everybody else, they have grown and performed
Yeah,
every show better.
most definitely.
I think they deserve that.
You can't
And-
ask for more with them. I honestly don't think.
Like they're making me root for them like I used to root for Spirit. Like
I agree. I am
go
too.
for finals, get in finals, go,
Get 'em
go,
in.
go. But
They've got
it's
to
gonna
be
be an
in.
exciting weekend to say the least. So
Oh yeah.
you guys will see this 1:00 Wednesday,
Mhm.
and that's when I will be on the road to Indy myself. We're gonna watch Carmel rehearse and Westfield rehearse at some point this weekend.
Yes, sir.
So we won't be going to prelims on Thursday.
We made the decision because one, everyone that we really, really, really are dying to see. I think it's pretty safe bet they'll be in semis and finals.
Yeah.
Or finals. And then, it's the lots are closed. Each core is kind of putting up their own little bubble, and which is
Yeah.
okay, but it's
we
just
were planning.
it's not the same. Like I was gonna go sit in the middle of cadets horn line. Like they only allow without go restrictions, they allow alumni and family to be in the horn circle, center of the horn circle in the ozone, and I was gonna go do that, but
Yeah.
now I can't. So
Well,
is there a
this-
point?
well, for the audience, so they can know, the plan that we were going to do, we were planning this 2 weeks ago, is that we were going to watch lots on prelims day to get lot videos of all of the cores, and we still may be able to see a couple from afar. We may make the decision Thursday if we're not doing anything, go try and watch a couple, but obviously stay distanced.
Mhm.
Even though everyone's gonna be all over them anyway.
Oh, it doesn't. The bubble is gone this weekend.
Yeah, the bubble was gone the whole season last year. No one
Well,
cared.
yeah,
but
no one really. I'm
um,
gonna be honest, no one cared. When I saw
no one did.
some baritones from Seabrass going over and chilling with some blue coast baritones, and I'm just like, all right,
Yeah,
bubble.
that was with every core.
No.
But so we
we may have done some quote unquote illegal in terms of bubble breaking things. You and I did, but you know what? It's fine.
But if we don't go to lots, we'll have rehearsal videos from anyone who sends them to us, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I have some people who may be sending them that we can post and stuff like that. But we will be doing a podcast on it, and we will be watching prelims on our phones throughout the whole day. But we kind of took the day to try and go watch like the high schools he works with, Carmel, Lots if we could, but then Lots all got COVID bubbled, so we'll see if we can see any from afar still.
Yeah.
But we'll still do a podcast on prelims that will go and get posted on Friday. Friday we will be at semis.
Yeah, we will be at semis. We got to figure out. We still got to talk about logistics about that. But yes, we are going to be there.
Yeah, we will watch semis and be at the edge of our seats as they announce who's in finals.
Good Lord, God bless my soul.
They start from the top, right?
I think so. Yeah.
They're like the person with the highest score. They'll announce who's in it, kind of like with BOA. How we'll go like, yeah, Carmel High School. So we'll go like Blue Devils, Boston.
Well, they don't do that for BOA. They just do it in any random order.
Oh, I think they should do it by that.
I do too. I think that they should too.
So it kind of. Well, the thing is with BOA in 2018, it seems like they did because it got closer to the bottom as we went.
Oh, really?
Like very slightly.
I didn't pay too much attention to like semifinals results after they announced caption awards, just for like, because I was like, you know what,
I think
I'm already shooting to be in finals. I think.
It's either in alphabetical order
words
or in score or random order. It's one of those three. I think it should be in score order, so like pushing down into the bottom, it's like
yeah,
they haven't been called yet. But yeah, we'll be at semis, and then the podcast for semis will go up on Saturday, and then obviously Saturday we will be at finals, and that won't get posted until the following Wednesday, because Sunday he moves down to Kentucky for college. I drive back Saturday night, and I'm going to work from Indy, so I'll be going to work at like 3 in the morning. And as soon as I get home, I am sleeping all day Sunday and all night.
Yeah.
Until I go back to work on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm going to get like 18 hours of sleep.
There you go.
And then Tuesday, Monday I wake up, go to work. Monday I'll kind of get back on my schedule.
Yeah.
And then we plan to record it Tuesday night, look at larger clips of the shows from finals, like big clips. And record it Tuesday night and post it Wednesday, so you all have that, and that will be the season finale. And then the following week will be episode 1 of season 2, which will be the start of Bands of America and Show Choir. So we'll have a lot more to cover with that being the case. And the thing is, next Wednesday, my school, they go back to rehearsing, so I'll have rehearsal every day after school again.
Oh,
teaching choreo and teaching visual.
Have fun. What happens
as a visual caption head.
Man.
Love it. We only had a couple kids pass out the last 2 weeks, so not
only a couple.
Bad. Only a couple. But besides for that, that's kind of the schedule for the next 2 weeks. But exciting. And one more thing. You got what? Today's
5 days?
5 days?
4 days?
4 days for
4 days from
pre-orders to end.
Pre-orders, yeah.
And they won't get sent out till early September through early October. That's the range they'll get sent out in. I know a couple of my students bought some. I may have mentioned that. I know my grandfather bought 2 right before we started. So, yeah, but that's awesome. So if you guys want those t-shirts, I'm excited to get mine.
I am too.
We were planning to have them for Indy, but we will have them for Bands of America Indy because we're going to that too.
We are going to Nationals.
Yeah, season 2 finale will also be kind of like this one. Very sporadic. And Mitchell will go to college next week at UK, so we'll get some UK college band stuff too.
Oh,
we'll do
God.
some college band stuff too.
Oh no! Okay,
the Ohio State
cool.
Marching Band.
We're here for it.
Out.
We're here for it.
And also, Mitchell will have a better setup eventually.
I will. I will.
We'll have a mic.
I'll have a clear room.
Yeah, and then I can actually put the Rays Inspiring Productions on my green screen. and he can put the because we were gonna alternate every episode, but that one works better because he used to have a giant clock behind his head, and it would just like pop out.
It's just there.
Ding dong. Okay, well, check the scores one last time before we sign off today.
Let's see.
Anything?
Um,
Because if not, we'll have to cover it on the prelims
Dang
podcast.
we got nothing.
Dang. So I guess that's how we're open the the prelims podcast is with
Yeah.
the scores for that. But I guess I'll pre-congratulate Vanguard Cadets Gold or BDB, whatever one of the three wins.
You know, whoever wins, you know, who
It's
knows?
gonna be one of those three, but I think it's between Gold and Vanguard Cadets mainly. But congrats to whoever does win tonight. Watch, because as soon as we end this, we'll get the scores. And it'll be like, we couldn't have waited 5 more minutes.
Right.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Exciting weekend. I'm going to Indy as you're watching this.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Maybe I want to get some Japanese steakhouse in Indy, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're gonna sit down and buy our semis tickets after this too, because we actually haven't done that yet.
Well,
Finals
fine.
tickets we have. That's
It'll
been
be fine.
bought for like 2 weeks now.
yeah. Yeah.
But
We're
yeah,
living on the edge.
yeah, we'll have plenty of seats. We'll be fine.
Oh, yeah,
everyone
we'll be
goes.
good.
Everyone goes to finals. So,
Mm.
but yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll
All
catch
right.
y'all not next week. We'll catch y'all in what 2 days?
2 days.
Friday's the next episode. So yeah, we'll catch y'all in 2 days, and
There you go.
peace out.